Yeah, I sit at a table. It's kind of a hospitality table in the middle of this neighborhood center, CYO, and people come to the table with paperwork, often paperwork of various kinds that they need help with for social service, for schools, for doctors, for unemployment, for jobs. And we help them with the paperwork because many of the refugees don't speak English or can't write English. We also do some troubleshooting at this table. Somebody comes in with a crisis and we see if we can, somebody sometimes is looking for, they're losing their apartment or they've lost their job. So we try to provide them a new opportunity for one of those things. Most of the refugees are from Burma and from Bhutan. And then those large numbers, those are the two largest numbers. And then the next group is from Somalia and the Congo and Iraq. And then there is a smaller, much smaller groups of Cubans and Afghanis. Um, uh, those are the major groups.
Did Tony call you, no problem?
Yes, I did.
But they don't have it because this paper states that as of November 15th, their Medicaid is cut off. Okay?
His name is, then we cannot go India.
We're actually we're teaching them how to deal with the system. American system is very complex in terms of paperwork and accessing it. So we not only help them get the initial paperwork done so they can get food stamps or cash or fill out the paperwork for their children for school or whatever, but we start to teach them how to do it themselves because someday their English is coming along and they need to handle their own paperwork. So we're really making them feel comfortable dealing with a very complicated system, maybe a little more complicated, at least technologically, than the culture they came from. So that's the other thing. And then we provide, they have some place to go. There are caseworkers here who are working on resettling new people, but they can always come to this table. If everybody else is busy, we're always at this table. And they've got somebody who'll listen to them, try to do something for them, intercede with social service, intercede here, intercede there. Sometimes we send a volunteer off with them for appointments. So it's a very, we try to do multiple service on getting through living in this culture, which is pretty difficult even for people who are born here. For example, just the whole idea of car insurance. It's a totally new concept to many refugees come from other cultures. So just the concept of car insurance or the concept of income taxes every year, how to read a pay stub. These are things most American-born people take for granted, and you have to learn how to read these things, understand them, and take care of them. And it's a great opportunity for me to because of all this information we gather from them. I actually kind of know these refugees pretty intimately in terms of their information, how they're running their lives, what they're hoping for, and so from my point of view, it's a real education. And then these are wonderful people who are struggling to get ahead, and they're very inspiring in terms of their hopes and their dreams, and of what they've gone through to get here. So I'm one of the luckiest men in the world working this job and working with this community of people, many of whom are around me now are becoming citizens, and some of them voted in the last election. So exciting for them to vote. So I get to witness all of that, and so I'm very fortunate to be doing this for this long.